Hello there, this is Software Sensei and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, let's look into what for loops are. We discuss what while loops and how to iterate them using the properties and keywords in JavaScript. And now we look through what for loops are and how we can now iterate all other values in JavaScript. And after this video, I can now create a project using for loops and while loops. So enough talk, let's get right into this video. Okay, so what are for loops in JS? So for loops are used to represent in a certain number or value that's been iterated through the instructions. So similar to a while loop, you use conditional statements to declare whether if it's true or false, but in a for loop, you use values and strings to indicate all of the loop stats, all of the values and the properties are being iterated in this column. So let's use a for loop as an example. So for and use brackets. So inside the parentheses, let's call let x equals to 1, and closing by the semicolon, we use the different operators, so greater than or equal to 10, and again the semicolon, use x, we would increment the number. Now once it's been incremented, we use the console.log to showcase where the number is. So in here, it's like a terminal that we use to print out all of the iteration. So inside of console.log, we use the string literal and use as well as the $sign and this sign. So inside of the parameter, we'll call it x. And now since everything's now been displayed, so 1 through 10 is now displayed using the for loop, we'll call this guess the number between 1 and 10. So now this is all of these numbers being iterated, so 1 through 10. So this is a for loop for a number. So let's try decrementing. So we use a different sign which is called decrement, and then let's call this as let's say that 10 is less than 1. Okay, now the server's being crashed. Let's try this again. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's use a different operator, which is the decrement sign. So this one here, it allows to decrement the values and iterate the certain amount of numbers between 1 through 10. So use the decrement sign, and instead of saying less than, we use greater than or equal to 1. And now there we go. So from 10 to 1, it decrements all the values between these values. Let's use a window.prompt to declare what the number is. So let's use x. Let's use 3. Let's use hello world, and console.log x hello world. Okay, let's put console.log. We don't need the string. Let's put hello world. Okay, so it wouldn't allow me to window prompt. Let's get rid of this. And there we go. So this is what it looks like for using the for loop. Let's try iterating from 1 to 5, 10 to 5. It only iterates between 10 to 5. and if I can, of course, iterate from 8, it iterates from between 10 to 8. So this is for loops complete, and we'll create a project using for and while loop to give you a very good example of what it looks like using these statements. I'm going to wrap up this video today. This was me demonstrating on for loops and while loop statements. In my next video, I'm going to create a project on for loops and while loops, and the name of the project is Number Guessing Game. So stay tuned for that. Hit a like, subscribe, turn your notification bells, all of that good stuff. This is your boy Soft Sen. I'm out. Peace.